So hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be starting with fundamentals of data analytics. Now, first let's understand what is data analytics. So data analytics is basically the discovery and communication of different meaningful patterns in data. We use statistics, programming or operational research, and they are used basically for decision making. So let's see how cycle data analytics life cycle. So first we have discovery. After discovery, we prepare the data for analysis. Then we do planning on how to model or plan the data. Then we build the model. After that, we communicate the result. Communicate result and then operationalize. And finally, this cycle completes. So basically, there are six stages or steps involved in data analytics life cycle. So next, now let's see the types of data analytics. So types of data analytics involves first we have descriptive analysis. In descriptive analysis, we deal with what has happened in the past. Happened in the past. Then second, we have diagnostic analysis. It deals with why did it happen in the past? Why happened in the past? Then next we have predictive analysis. Predictive means what will happen, what will happen in the future. Then fourth we have prescriptive analysis. How can we make it happen? So these are the types. So let's recap. Descriptive analysis means analyzing past data to understand performance. Diagnostic analysis find causes or problems using historical data. Why did it happen? What was the cause? Let's write this also cause. Then predictive predicts future outcomes using data. Then we have prescriptive analysis. This suggests actions based on predictions. Suggest actions. So next, what are the responsibilities of a data analyst? First of all, it is data collection. This part I'll not be writing because this is something that we only need for understanding purpose. Data collection, then you have to analyze the data. You have to visualize the data to get insights. Then to get insights, you have to interpret the results that you have got from the data visualization and then you solve the problem. So let's mention this as a short note. So first we talked about data collection. Then second we had data analysis. Then third, data visualization. Then we have fourth we have interpret the results. And then fifth, we have problem solving. After this, there are many applications of data analytics. Like you can predict outcomes based on past experience. Like suppose on day one the price is one, on day two two, day three one, day four one, day five five, day six one. So if I say what is the price, what will the price on day seven? One, two, three, four, five, six. So we can say that maximum times one. We can see one, two, three, four. 4 days, the price has been 1 rupees. So basically on day 7, the price will be rupees 1. We have predicted this value. Now let's now go. How will we do this analysis? We'll perform this analysis using a programming language known as Python. I'll not be covering Python in this course, but I will be further talking about the libraries and how do we do this analysis using Python. So I think most of you would be knowing about Python programming language. So now I'll start with the libraries part. So now in Python, there are actually many libraries or toolboxes. First of all, we'll see NumPy. Then we'll see pandas to create a data frame. I'll talk about what is a data frame. SciPy for image manipulation. Then scikit-learn. And for visualization, we'll be using matplotlib and seaborn. Lib and seaborn. So let's see NumPy. Now, what is NumPy? NumPy is a fundamental package for scientific computing in Python. NumPy provides multi-dimensional array object, like suppose n cross n. It provides vectorization of mathematical operations on array and matrices. Significantly, it improves the performance. It used to improve the performance. Now let's say an image. Let's take an example of an image of a pen. So let's say this is a pen. So now this image can be divided into many parts. And this part is known as a pixel. This is a type of an array. We can handle picture also, image manipulation also using NumPy and SciPy. We'll see that later on. But what are NumPy's features are, it handles multi-dimensional array. Secondly, fast numerical computations and also high-level maths functions. High-level maths function. High-level mathematical functions. Now we'll see an example. So in Python, we import libraries using import. Then we write NumPy. And we have to use an alias name. An alias name is a short form for a library name. So we'll write NumPy as NP. Then we write A is equal to NP dot array. Create an array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 7, 8, 9. Then we close the bracket and then we write A dot shape to get the rows and the columns, A dot data type to get the data type. Now there are many functions like absolute, add, then product, cumulative sum, then histogram, minimum value, maximum value, multiply, then randint to get a random array, then transpose, then shuffle. So these are all functions. I hope you can get them by the name. What is there? What do they perform? Absolute, get absolute value in the array. Add to add, I think, different NumPy arrays. Cumulative product, sum, minimum value, maximum value to multiply two arrays. To get a random array using NumPy, we can use random. For transpose means like in maths, we write A transpose. Shuffle to shuffle the elements. So this is basic introduction to NumPy. Next we'll see pandas. In pandas library, we write import pandas. I basically use alias name, so I want you all also because that is an easy part. Import pandas as PD. First, let us understand what basic terms. What is pandas? Pandas is used to add data structures and tools designed to work with a table type of a format. It provides tools for data manipulation, that is reshaping, merging, sorting, slicing, or we can say aggregation. It also allows us to handle the missing data. So some terms related to pandas are series. What is series? 1D, data frame, 2D, and a panel is 3D. We'll only be seeing till data frame. Now series is a 1D labeled homogeneous array of immutable size. A data frame is a general 2D labeled size mutable tabular structure. Size mutable tabular structure. This is also a three-dimensional size mutable array. So now we'll see, I've told you how to import these libraries, so I hope this part would be clear. So how do we read data frame? Let's understand a 2D data frame first before getting into the coding part. Name, age, roll number, and percentage. So these type of a record type format which has rows and columns. This is known as a data frame. This term will be used almost everywhere in your machine learning part and also for your data analysis part. First of all, how is machine learning and data analysis different? It is a very common question and asked in interviews. So data analysis is basically for your EDA, exploratory data analysis. And whereas machine learning is for predictive modeling or analysis. Prediction part is handled by machine learning. And basically your exploration, data exploration part is handled by this data analysis part. So let's see. Now, first of all, how do we read data using pandas? We can read data by using df is equal to pd pandas. We have imported dot read underscore csv. If it is a CSV file, the file path, the above command has many optional arguments to fine-tune the data import process. Then if we are reading a Excel file pd.read underscore Excel, then file name, then we can have pd.read data file name dot dta. Like this, we can read different types of files using pandas. So they get imported as a data frame in, so this is your df. They get imported into Python. Now understand this, that it is a copy of the data. Like we have read it from the CSV file, but this is separate. This is a copy of that data on which we are working. So if you write now, after reading your file, if you write df.head, it will give you the first 5 records. That means the first 5 rows. Now, if I want to know, suppose this is salary, I want to know the data type of that column. So we can use df column name, that is salary dot d type. Now suppose I don't want to know the data type of only one column. I want to know the data type of all the columns present in my data frame. So I'll use df dot d types. So let's understand. I think 3 or more, that will be enough for us. So I'll cover it on this slide. So first is D types. This we have understood. Types of all columns. Second, columns. To know the columns in a data frame. Axes, row, label, and column names. When we know them, we can use axes, then endim, number of dimensions, then size to know the number of elements. Then you have shape. It is a tuple representing the dimensionality like rows and columns. Then we have values. Values is a NumPy representation of the data. NumPy representation of the data. So this was the basic of data analysis that you should know before starting about data collection and processes in the data analytics life cycle that I had covered in the first slide. So that is all for this lecture. So in the next lecture, we'll understand data collection and how do we understand data. So thank you all. If you like the video, do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye bye.